The time is finally here. Whew, fellas, I am very excited. I know I'm not acting like it right now, but it is 6 in the morning. It's 6 a.m. I just woke up because we are tuning this bad boy right here. And that's right, I'm tuning it without unlocking any DME. Fellas, we are doing the CS tune for this guy right here. Technically they say M3, M4 CS flash, but I'm pretty sure it's the M2CS flash. So same power numbers, it's like 530, 479 foot-pounds of torque, but still should be a sizable jump just because BMW always underrates their stuff. So 530 to them is probably closer to 530 wheels. So if anything, I'm probably going to be slapping an extra 30 wheel horsepower in this bad boy from just an email. And the best thing is it's all OEM software. So I am super hyped, fellas. Man, if you didn't already know, we do have a 4-inch Miltech mid-pipe on this guy. It is on AST springs with the MAD valve controller. And then, oh, actually, you go grab my keys. I was going to show you guys a surprise in there. But I've seen videos of the M3CS with the same mid-pipe, the 4-inch Miltech, and it was running the quarter mile in 10.7s consistently. I think it could definitely do it in 10.6. So that's a fast car, guys. I mean, that's all I need. I'm very happy with that. For a 4-door boat like this guy, a 10.6 at the least in a chassis like this is right on the money. It is perfect. So fellas, join me today as we get our flash on, we get our download on, we get our email on, because it is going to be a fun one. I'm going to do some draggy tests after to see if there's any changes from stock to this flash, just to see what the car can pump out, because who knows? Like I said, people are saying that they think this new CS flash is pumping out way more power than before. So I guess we'll see. I have my little setup here to be connected. We got our USB to OBD port, just this little cable right here, and then I got the laptop, good old Windows laptop with the I Love Mothman sticker. Shout out if you guys know who Mothman is. But it's super easy. All you do is connect that to the little OBD port in the car, send them your TeamViewer info, and they're just in. They just log in, they do their stuff. It's usually done in about 10 minutes or so. So I'll show you guys the process, but I decided to go through Thick Whips for the install just because of the quality as well as customer service. I want to make sure it's done right. So shout out to him for offering this. And fellas, I will say, if you're wanting to do this as well, I do have a little discount code you can use, wayyyy G80, if you go through Thick Whips, and it will save you a little bit in checkout. So don't forget about that if this is what you want to do, because after this video, I know this is what you're gonna do, just because I'm skeptical about this, and I always am anytime I download stuff in my car, but I think this one is gonna be it. I think this one is gonna be fun. So, all right, I am probably running a little bit late. I was supposed to do it at 7 o'clock. You can see it's 7:01, so I need to grab my coffee and we need to get going. All right, I did not have time for the coffee, but I can show you guys a little bit of, what we need to do to be prepared. So we're gonna buckle our seatbelt here, just like so. I'm gonna throw my keys in here. I'm gonna put the car into accessory mode, which is all 3. You can see the dash all lights up with the infamous Christmas trees. Oh, I am going to get the laptop situated here. All right, I think he just messaged me. Hold on. Check it out. So all we're gonna do, put this guy down here and literally connect to the OBD port. Oh, guys, this is so last minute. Oh, he's in. He's in. You can exit that out. Oh, it's like glitched. The Norton security thing. Okay, we're good. All right. I don't know if I want to show you guys the screen. Could be some sensitive info on there. But let me just turn this. See if you can connect to the vehicle. I want to make sure. All right. So that's what it looks like. See that? I'm connected via that little OBD right there. Got the team viewer running. He's doing his magic. And fellas, we are getting the show on the road, baby. 30 more wheel horsepower. I love that. That's what I love. And it's OEM software, you know? I don't have to worry about doing the whole femto thing, buying the MHD, whatever. It's like, oh, this is how you do it, man. They even were the ones that originally coded in my headlights here. These are actually EU headlights. So anti-dazzle goes crazy on those. But yeah, guys, that's why I wanted to make sure I was going through the right coders as well. And Thick Whip's coder, Define Coding, does a great job. And yeah, I just want to make sure it's done right. I'm all about that. I'm all about quality, and I do like their customer support and stuff like that. So it's worth it to me. I much rather pay a little bit of a premium for that. So I've been very, very happy overall. But anyways, guys, I already have the CS transmission flash on this guy. I did not do the CSL transmission flash. I just have the CS transmission flash. That's because I didn't want it to be overly aggressive. I still wanted it to be somewhat daily drivable, right? The CSL is a lot more aggressive in terms of its shifting, upshifts, downshifts. And this gearbox, the ZF, I think it's a ZF HP71. I'm pretty sure it is. I don't know the exact, don't quote me on that, but it is a lot more beefy and aggressive than the ZF in my M340i, which I think was a 51. So the CS on this, which I think, you know, in this world would be a stage 1.5 for this ZF, is probably closer to a stage 3 on my M340i gearbox, which is the 51. So I can't even imagine what the CSL would feel like on this. It'd just be too much. So the CS for me is the sweet spot transmission wise. And I love the shifts. I love how it drives. The EDC feels great. Steering response, the damping feels a little bit more refined. It's just a good overall package. And that's what I love about this. Oh, he said he's flashing. Look at that. Great communication. See that? Boom. Anyways, the package that you get where now they offer the power paired with the transmission, it's like, dude, this is probably the best OEM upgrade you could ever do for a BMW. I cannot think of another BMW chassis or model that offers this kind of factory software where you can just get these settings right off the rip just from a download. You know what I mean? So that counts for anything for like an M3, M4, you know, G series, M2, anything like that. The G series is just so nice when it comes to these M cars and what they offer you from the factory. So could not be happier than this setup right here. And what time do we start the flash? We probably started the flash. Let's see when I sent him the team viewer info. 7:03. So it's already been 5 minutes. Let's see how fast it will take him. Yeah, we'll see how quickly it goes. I think it will be pretty quick. My man's pretty quick. Oh. Man, Isle of Man green, what a great color. Guys, I'm so happy too that I went with the black wheels versus the silver, the hyper silver. I had hyper silver before, if you guys didn't know, in the 826Ms. I had these powder coated back to black. Actually, they were never black. They were bicolor from the factory. So I've actually had all three colors. I've had bicolor silver and now gloss black. And the gloss black on this thing just, oh, it fits it so much better. It just looks so much better. So, fellas, gloss black works for the 826Ms and for Isle of Man green. I think I'm gonna go grab my coffee now, just because I think I have a small window here, just in case he has any more questions to answer. But I think we should be good so far. It's like, just imagine my laptop just dies mid-flash, just bricks the car. I don't even know why I'm saying that right now. I don't even know why I'm trying to manifest that. But I'm gonna go grab my coffee. All right, we'll be back. Well, cheers, guys. We are officially flashed. It took 10 minutes on the dot. 10 minutes on the dot. And we can say that I officially tuned my M3 comp without unlocking my ECU. Oh my gosh. Whoa, that's strong coffee. Okay. Here we go. So, one thing that's really cool about this flash as well is supposedly the engine tone is supposed to be a little bit deeper. It's supposed to sound a little bit more aggressive. Well, I was born with very good ears, so we're going to put that to the test because we got to turn this car off real quick and then fire it up. But the issue is it's 6 a.m. right now. Okay, we're just going to fire it up and turn it back off. So, actually, let me just double check the instructions one last time. It says restart the car, turn off, then back on, and then unplug. Okay. So, cold start with the new CS flash. Let's hear it. I'm hyped. I'm not gonna lie, that actually sounded a little bit deeper. Or it could just be bias. I could be biased. The original like startup punch definitely sounded deeper. So we'll test it more later, but there you guys have it. As easy as that. Just tuned my car for probably 30 more horsepower from an email without unlocking my DME. 2025 is a great year. It's an absolute great year to be a BMW owner. So I also did confirm with the coder that it is indeed the M2CS flash. So I know a lot of other people claim G80. They're just doing it for this car. It's not technically like a G80 flash like the CS, the M2CS, but still, nonetheless, it is still a great value for what you get money-wise. And like I said earlier, a lot of people actually were quoting that the 530 horsepower, or technically the 523, is a lot more than what they're advertising. Even the LCI people that come with 523 from the factory, people were saying that they actually felt like the car still had a jump. So that's a mystery right now, you know? So, and obviously we'd have to find all 3 cars stock to put on a dyno to really see what numbers they're putting down. But I guess the biggest difference between the CS flash and let's just say like a G80 LCI is the torque. I feel like the tune is set up differently. You get way more bottom end punch, responsiveness, mid-range, throughout the rev range. So yeah, there's some mystery with this right now, but people are still saying if you have an LCI, it could still be worth, and they're still figuring that out, but I think it's promising. So fellas, if anything, the transmission stuff is what I would recommend getting if you're still on the fence about the extra power gains. But in my case, being pre-LCI, dude, this is a no-brainer. It's an absolute no-brainer. Still keeps my factory warranty and is all OEM software, which I love. I'm a big OEM guy, as you can see. We have the OEM and performance front lip. So I want to keep things BMW. Oh, I'm so hyped. All right, well, I'm gonna turn this guy off. Oh, and we are not going to take this on a spin yet because fellas, I don't know about you, but I have some work to do. So check out what is on my schedule today, and it's actually raining for the first time in weeks, which is crazy. It usually never rains in this area. It's always sunny. Like yesterday was 90 and sunny. I don't know if you guys can see or not, but I live on a farm. So we gotta wait a little. Okay, I understand. We gotta wait a little bit to do some testing with the new flash. But fellas, I will say I just reviewed the footage of that startup, and 100% that is way different exhaust sound. It has kind of like a fast kind of rev up when it starts up, and then followed by a little bit deeper tone. So the exhaust is completely different than before, and I love it. I actually love how aggressive it sounds, so I'm super happy about that. I cannot wait to see or hear what it sounds like when we're actually moving and under throttle. So fellas, here's what we got going on today. Okay, farm life, we got a lot of work to do. So welcome to the chicken coop. Oh man, we are foraging hard this morning. That is one of our BCM roosters right there. He's letting me know he loves the new CS Flash. He says, fellas, you gotta get it. Don't sleep on it. It is a great OEM upgrade. Yep, look at that. There he goes. Okay, he just did a little burnout right there. But anyways, guys, okay, that guy drives an Audi. This is the massive chicken run that I'm building right now. I have been putting blood, sweat, and gears into this puppy. I mean, this thing's been kicking my booty. Been kicking my booty 100%. I'll show you this. Look at this. I just installed this yesterday. This is kind of like our Predator deterrent right here. This little wire that we bury in the ground, but I think it has a nice, sleek, kind of classy, professional look alongside just the poultry wire here that I had to tension. So I've been slapping all these 4x4s into the ground with concrete using 3 bags of Quikrete here. We're at a little over 150 pounds of concrete per post, which is a lot, just for a 4x4. And look at us, we're building trenches out here. Okay, it's like World War II out here. Okay, we got the trench system. We got the goats over here. Say hi to the goats, guys. Check them out. We currently have 25 goats. Yeah, they are very fun. The goats mow my lawn. They do a great job of my landscaping, housekeeping. And then right now we currently have 50 chickens, anywhere from almost full grown to mid-sized babies, and then very little babies. So it is never a dull moment here. Look at this Polish. So that's one of the babies here. He has no idea where he's, he's really cool coloring though. Looks like Reese's peanut butter. Yeah, this is quite the setup. We kind of jerry-rigged this together because we don't really have an actual, there's a really tiny baby right there. It's a bantam. But we kind of jerry-rigged this together. This came with the house, and you know, it's originally was for the goats, but we repurposed it for the chickens temporarily as we build them an actual coop setup. So the run here is going to span all the way around in this area, and we're going to kind of have kind of a setup. I mean, it's going to be the kind of the Taj Mahal of chicken, if you guys can see this, but it is massive. So the more birds, the more merrier. It is so fun having chickens, and we have a lot of fun plans with them. Some of these guys are going to produce some pretty cool eggs, so I'm super hyped about that. Here's kind of like a little communal area in here, but that's Worm right there. He's our big boy rooster. Check him out. These guys are so goofy, dude. All right, so yeah, fellas, this is my work today. I still have to do a lot of wire over in this section, and luckily we kind of have a gloomy day today, so I'm not going to be sweating my booty off. Yesterday was 90 degrees. I mean, it's been like 90 degrees all week and sunny, so this might be the first cool day, which will be very, very nice to work in. But fellas, I'm going to bang this out. We're going to do some blue collar stuff this morning, and then we are going to take out the G80 and see what this new tune is all about, and I'm so excited for that. So fellas, stay tuned. You don't want to miss out. And real quick, that right there is my diesel tractor. Give me 5 on diesel. So this guy out here, I got M-Drive Professional on it, putting rear power to the mower, and gets the job done. All right, we got about 3 wheel horsepower on that guy. So gotta love the farm life. Also, check it out. Here is our garden. That's right, a garden. Who would have ever thought that a G80 owner would be a gardener as well? But anyways, fellas, it's a work in progress. Okay, we have a little greenhouse set up here. just planted these guys this year. This is kind of where we grow our peppers and some tomatoes, as well as some other stuff. So I got some pretty cool stuff here. We got like some Scotch bonnet, if you guys know what that is. We got some Carolina Reapers in here, some red jalapeno, or not red jalapenos, red habaneros, just lots of fun stuff. So some Thai chilies. I'd have to look at the cards on here again to see which is which. I can't remember just because they're not at the point yet where they're fruiting, but nonetheless, still pretty cool. So if we come through here, this is the main garden. The area that we live in is not the most ideal for gardening. The soil is very dry. It's very desert. Let's just say the soil is very nutrient scarce. Like there's not a lot of nutrients in the soil. It's very dusty. It's very dry. But same thing, we have some really fun stuff out here. We have some squash back here, some corn. You guys see this? I've never been so hyped for corn before. I love corn. So we got these ears coming in, very nice. So these have been probably, I don't know, maybe a month in, but they're making their way around. We got some cool lettuce varieties here, other tomatoes. Yeah, we just have a fun little setup. We have all kinds of basil options. Normal basil, we got Thai basil, sweet basil. I mean, guys, I'm a basil hound. I go down on some basil. I could eat basil every single day of my life. It is just so good. It's like eating perfume. But anyways, you guys can see some little finger peppers there. I think one of these is also another pepper plant. Yeah, you can see, I think these might be some kind of Thai chili, maybe a cayenne. I don't know. I have to double check, but you guys get the point. Gardening is fun. It's fun to grow stuff. And oh, look at the strawberries over here. These guys are going crazy as well. We still have to plant some more strawberries here. You can see, look at this butter lettuce. Super cool. And then we have a bunch of raspberries and blackberries back there. So our plans are to definitely expand this garden to have just a crazy garden operation setup. So we can really get our Minecraft on, you know. But yeah, so this is a quick tour of the garden, and I do have some grapes here, so let me know if you guys want some G80 wine. Okay, can maybe figure out something like that. Honestly, I'm not even sure how all this got wrapped into a CS Flash video, but I hope you guys are enjoying this. I think it's pretty fun, and yeah, you know, this is like raw. I'm showing you guys how it is. I mean, I just tuned my G80 without having to unlock the ECU or whatever, the DME, or ship it off. So I'm on cloud 9 right now, man. I'm loving the farm life. I'm loving that opportunity. I'm so happy BMW came out with the M2CS, just because I feel like that's the only reason we're even able to do this right now. So pretty cool in that regard. And I'll show you guys real quick what I'm working on. But basically, I'm getting this wire installed down here for that predator deterrent. You can see, look at my dog did. First time I ever tensioned this, he likes to run and chase the goats. He came flying down here, had no idea that there is this wire here, and absolutely Frankensteined himself into there. You guys ever see that scene on like Stranger Things where the Demogorgon's like trying to come through the wallpaper or whatever? That's literally what this is. It's like a face imprint. But anyways, check it out. This is what we're working on today. I just now installed this using a little Milwaukee staple gun. Got this all nice and secure, this hardware cloth. So basically I built a trench, and then I staple it on, and then I use stakes to kind of secure it into the ground, and then I just put dirt over it. So we cover it up. This is what it looks like when it's finished. And then I have this hole run all the way around here to complete. So gonna be a lot of stapling today, fellas. A lot of stapling and a lot of revving, because that CS tune, it's calling my name. Soon enough, we will be there. $121. Oh. Oh, my leg. Dang, you guys thought you were gonna get a CS POV. You're getting a farm POV right now, baby. Woo! Boom. Okay, I'm not doing that. So check it out. So far, that is what we are working with. Very nice. So yeah, I'm gonna finish up this stapling here, and then we will get our shoveling on, bury this puppy, and should be good for the day. There you have it. That is some hardware cloth, nice and, oh, almost fell over, nice and buried. This chicken run is coming together very nice, and we still got a lot to go though. So this just marks one little section. Still have to do this part right here. And then boy, oh boy, look at those trenches. Yeah. All right, well, I'm gonna take a quick break, get some lunch, hydrate, and we got some more stuff to do, baby. Farm life. Wanted to keep it short and sweet. Check us out. We're doing a little ramen, a little Costco, whatever ramen you call this. It is probably the best microwavable ramen I've ever had in my life. Put that puppy in for 5 minutes. A little extra than what it says on the package. But fellas, we're gonna scarf this down. We got the doggos in here chilling. This is Mika. They absolutely just obliterated Gingerbread Man over here, or whatever this thing is. What is this? Oh, guys. Not the Muffin Man. Was that you, Tony? Tony. Was that you, Tony? Tony. No, it was never Tony. Tony's an angel. And then there's this guy, Gingerbread. Oh, Gingerbread. Who was it? Anyways, fellas, there's nothing better to pair some ramen with than a little bit of One Piece action. You see, I'm not too much of an anime nerd, anime guy, but there is something about anime that is just a little bit cozy, especially One Piece. So, shout out if you guys are watching this. And yo, trust me, you gotta watch this in the Japanese with English sub. I don't know how anybody can watch anime with the American accents. It's just corny, like straight up. Fellas, it is corny. The English dub is so corny. Just listen to this. Oh, I'm telling you. Plus, I've always wanted to be a pirate, so this anime is perfect. Anyways, ramen time, anime, doggos. Then we're gonna trabajar some more. Alrighty. Woo. Would you look at that? It's gonna make me not feel very good after I eat it, but you know what? I think it's well worth it because I'm a ramen connoisseur. Oh, spilling. Oh yeah. Oh, breakfast of champs or lunch of champs. I'm gonna gobble this down, watch like an episode or something like that, and then get fellas. Okay, the time has come. I am so excited. I mean, I'm not showing it right now. I'm just because I'm so tired, but I'm so excited to try out this new Flash to see if this is really now a baby CS. I know it's just the M2CS power, but I think BMW's lying. You know, they say 530, but I think it might be a little bit more than that, just from what I've heard on the forums and what other people have said. So I'm super excited to actually experience it for myself, and we're just gonna do this raw. I'm gonna be authentic. I'm gonna give you guys my honest opinion, if I even think it's worth it power-wise, because technically this is a gamble for me, right? I spent the money, I bought the tune, I got it flashed, I went through all the process of getting it done, so I'd really be bummed out if we didn't get the performance gains, but I don't think that's gonna happen because BMW always delivers. And like I said, on the forums, everybody is saying and raving about this tune for about, you know, the value, what you get for it, just the difference in performance, the sound. I mean, fellas, more horsepower is what we want. And that's what we got. So fellas, here we go. We're gonna cold start this guy. Again, I want to see if I hear a difference. I know morning time, my ears might not be calibrated, so this will give us a good test, okay? We're gonna see right off the bat right here if I notice anything on this startup, but I'm nervous, man. I'm excited, but I'm nervous, all right? And hey, keep my arborvitae. All right, here we go. M2CS Flash, or basically CS Flash, cold start, G80, 4-inch Miltech mid-pipe. Let's do it. Is compared to the previous start, once it's flashed, or compared to the start how it used to start up before it was flashed, is now that it's flashed, it kind of does like a, or before it just kind of just did, you know what I mean? Like it stayed consistent, you know, it was very stagnant, but now I feel like it kind of does startup roar. Like, you remember, you guys, with MHD, you can click the little option that says startup roar. That's what this sounds like. It sounds like it kind of has like a, just, yeah. I mean, I cold start this guy all the time, so I can assure you that is a different startup, 100%. I think it sounds good. It sounds clean. It sounds very aggressive. So I'm already happy with that. I like that sound. I'm surprised that with the CS model, they even code it like that from the factory for it to start more aggressive. I mean, I guess that just is what happens when you own a CS, you know what I mean? You'd think that if you're getting a more aggressive car, they're gonna do some more stuff with the exhaust, which is kind of cool. So that in itself, already off to a good start. Hopefully, once we actually drive this thing though, I'm gonna feel it. I've never felt an S58 tune before, so technically, I know this is just a Flash, and I know this is OEM software, but 503 to 530, which usually in BMW terms, wheel horsepower, I think it's gonna be pretty rowdy. So we're gonna let this thing warm up real quick, and we're gonna go take it for a spin. So I just pulled out of my neighborhood, and so far, I've barely given it any gas. I mean, you guys can see, I'm still letting my oil temp warm up a little bit, but it completely reset everything, like all my settings. So I had to basically reconfigure my M mode, all that stuff, my M1, my M2 buttons, these guys right here. So totally cleared those, which is fine, but you can see we're now back to traction off, 4-wheel drive sport, and in the most aggressive settings. So fellas, I'm excited, man. And like I said, I've barely given it any gas. I've been driving like a granny, so couldn't even tell you if there's a power difference. But one thing I will say is, honestly, the shifts feel a little bit different. I don't know if it's just because of the DME tune on the engine, but obviously before I already had the CS flash on my transmission. But in this case, it almost feels, I wouldn't say updated, but I don't know. Maybe it's just because the burbles seem different. Let me just say that. The burbles definitely feel different. The car feels a little bit different, and I'm trying really hard not to have like any placebo effect, you know what I mean? So in this case, like, check it out. When I go to downshift, bro, the transmission feels so quick. I think it's because the transmission synchronizes better with the power, if that makes sense. Let me go to my M mode here. Guys, that's what I'm trying to say is, like, I don't think there's any change transmission wise. I think it's just the power fits the transmission more. Let's just see. Oh man, dude, it already feels so much more rowdier. Guys, I'm telling you, this is the first time I've ever experienced this. I'm not even, like, this is my first time ever being in a tuned, quote unquote, like I said earlier, tuned G80. Let me just crack the windows a little bit. I can tell though, something feels different. Like, it just feels like it's got some spunk, if that makes sense. But then again, like I said, I don't want it to be placebo. I'm trying really hard to filter that out. Let's just see. Pretty much warmed up oil temp wise. What I'll do is when we go up to the stop sign here, I'll give it some gas when I turn, and that will really be a telltale sign if, you know, I feel any difference, because I feel like I'm pretty good at knowing little changes, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like I'm very sensitive. I have a very sensitive palate, if that makes sense. Shifts feel really good though. They feel really crisp, really sharp. Here we go, boys. I'm nervous. It's like a nervous excited though. Yeah, exhaust, the idle definitely feels different. Don't really know how to describe that, but I'm noticing it's like a, where before, I don't even think I can replicate the sound, but I think you guys know what I'm trying to say. It just feels a little bit more unlocked. It feels rowdier. So we'll see right here. Here's our opportunity. Actually, we'll wait for this car. That way we can kind of set ourselves up. Yeah, the idle just, it feels like it's almost higher. Like it, idle's at a higher RPM. All right, here we go. Okay. Interesting. That is very interesting. I'm gonna need to try that one more time. Fellas, I don't know, man. It's really hard to say. I mean, this car always felt like it pulled hard, but to really confirm, trust me, I have a good test here. Oh my gosh, what is going on here? Okay. All right, let's try a little pull right here. definitely more. Guys, it's more. 100%. 100%. I can totally feel on that. That's a good test because I do that a lot. And you can feel there's way more torque. Like the car doesn't feel restricted, like it goes more. Yeah, it's confirmed. I gotta be careful, man. Yeah, guys, I got pulled over yesterday. You won't even believe this. The second time I've ever been pulled over in my life. I got pulled over by the sheriff for not using my blinker or my turn indicator on a two-way roundabout going straight. When literally every car in front of me did not use their blinker. Obviously, he's not pulling me over because of that, because I checked the statute law, like the statute or whatever, and you don't have to signal when you're taking a second exit of a roundabout going straight as you're like flowing through the roundabout. It's only when you're exiting, and technically I'm not exiting, I'm just flowing through. I'm going straight, I'm in the straight lane. So I didn't know that, but still, I gave him my license registration. I'm like, okay, whatever, he pulls me over. But the only reason I was a little bit, I wouldn't say upset, but just kind of like, oh, come on, man. The place that I had to pull over was just so, it was not ideal. It was like this, super rocky. I mean, this is way better. There was like no shoulder into the dirt, like gravel. It was just like not a good spot for me to go over, but it's just like, stuff like that just does not sit right with me. I don't know. It's like the dude literally let me go after 30 seconds. He checked my stuff and was like, oh, you're free to go. It's like, stuff like that, man, I just don't appreciate that. So, I just gotta be careful. Like I said, I guess apparently this car attracts a lot of attention. And, yeah. So, but anyways, fellas, I am very satisfied. Oh yeah, it's not like dramatic. It's not anything where I'd be like, oh my god, like I'd be hysterical, but it's definitely noticeable. And if you think about it, the way BMW rates their horsepower, I would say this probably feels like 20-30 wheel horsepower. You know, like I think the reason I can speak on that is because with my M340i, anytime I do like horsepower bumps, whether I'd be going higher in ethanol content or something like that, and I would know what the horsepower bump would be in like a wheel horsepower sense, I could definitely feel it in the car. And in this case, I'd say this car pulls way harder. Just mid-range, top end, it just feels like it breathes better. I don't know if it's, you know, a difference in the turbos or when they spool or how much boost they have, but oh, this is a good test right here. Yeah, person turning. But it definitely feels like it wants to pull. Oh yeah. Oh my god, yeah. That was probably the best example. Just doing like a rolling second gear. Oh my gosh. Whoa. Yeah, it just feels unrestricted. Before, it almost felt like the engine was limiting it. It's like the S58 wants to go. Now, I feel like it has a little bit more breathing room, if that makes sense. You know? You guys ever get that sensation where your engine feels like it's working way harder than it needs to, right? Like before in this car, I've even made mental notes of this. I would floor it, and obviously it's still moving, it's still going quick, but I can tell it's like the sound and its revving is like not correlating to its movement. Where in this case, I feel like it definitely has adjusted a little bit more to that. Like I feel like it aligns, it's more balanced to where I'm still getting that over revving nature or sound, but it feels like the car is matching it more. Like it's actually going. So I'm super happy right now. I'm very satisfied, guys. This is exactly what I was looking for. A nice little OEM punch for the value. I'm really curious to see what we're gonna get draggy wise. I tested it last time and we were at a 10.9 at almost 7,000 DA, quarter mile wise, which is really good. So I think this tune with the mid-pipe pairing is phenomenal. It's like the creme de la creme. It's like a perfect package, if that makes sense. And it makes sense because it is the package that goes with the CS, you know? It's like this is what the car was built for. We already had the suspension tuning, now we have the DME, we have the power, we have the torque. It just feels like it's synchronized, like it's meant for this. So if anything, I got more value out of my CS Flash for transmission, you know? I feel like now that I have the power and torque, I can actually benefit from that more. Alright, well I think I'm going to stop and get some quick gas. I'm going to go to Costco. You can see we're at pretty much a quarter of a tank. So I'm just trying to find an excuse to go on a cruise. It's like, oh, okay, we're gonna go get gas. Perfect. That makes sense. Yeah, transmission feels way quicker. No, it's quicker. Yep. And I'm very picky. Guys, like I would be straight up. If I for any reason thought that there was no power difference in this or any change, I mean, I'd say something right away. Or I'd feel it. I'm very sensitive when it comes to power. And I can tell there is a change, 100%. Now the real question is it worth it? Well, like I was saying earlier, where are you gonna get probably 30 wheel horsepower for $400? I mean, even an intake, right? I don't think it's gonna get you 30 wheel horsepower, and at minimum, you're probably spending $300, $400. That's just for an intake. So in this case, not only are you getting the power and torque, but obviously you get a little bit better sound. You're making the engine breathe. You're actually getting legitimate tuning, right? To where if I probably did pair this with, let's say, an intake, which I don't have, I'm on stock intakes, I just have a 4-inch mid-pipe. If I was catalyst downpipe, oh my gosh, this would even be crazier. It's like, that's where I think value per dollar, this is an excellent bargain. Excellent. And I am very, very uptight about stuff like that. Just because it's like, you know, I don't want to be spending money on stuff just for show. Just, you know, like throwing money down the drain. In this case, like, this is legit. I'm very satisfied. I'm very happy with this upgrade. Even the burbles. Listen to the burbles. Ooh. They're a little bit different. If anything, they're just more. Oh, jeez Louise. Oh my gosh, this car moves, dude. It's so perfect, the amount of power. It's like literally all you need. Anything more than this is just overkill. Truthfully, it's like, why do you need a car that goes faster than like a 10.7 or a 10.6 quarter mile with 4 doors? But back to what I was saying, I will always be skeptical about mods and stuff, you know, before I actually do them. And in this case, I'm happy I did this. I think the forums didn't lie to me. I think that people were truthful about it. And I think there is a reason there's a hype around this, because it truly does feel like a great value for what you're getting. And I think it's a very, very well $400 spent, in my opinion. I'm having a great time. And I'm really curious, guys, I'm not gonna do it in this video. I said I was gonna do some draggy tests, but this video is already so long, and plus I think it would be fun to do a video dedicated just to figuring out the performance that this is capable of. So definitely stay tuned for that. But off the bat already, like, I just wanted this video to be a reaction to the power, kind of the process of how to flash it, you know, just the raw reaction. And this flash has literally made me love this car again. I mean, I already enjoyed this car, but you know what I mean, guys? Like, after a while, you just get a little bit, I don't know, you just get complacent with stuff. And I don't know. I mean, like, I always loved driving this car, but there's nothing that really made me want to take it out as much after experiencing it so many times. But this just, like, gives me a whole new love again for this car, like a whole new meaning for this car, just because of the power. I mean, it feels like a different car. And so far, the flash has been super crisp. I've had no issues. Obviously, it reset my driver modes, but I mean, it probably would make sense, because if you're doing a full new DME flash, it's gonna reset your DME. I mean, that's what my MHD used to do when I was tuned on my M340, and that was an unlocked ECU. So, no check engine lights, no faults, nothing. I mean, this is crisp, very, very crisp. Yeah, this car just wants to go, man. It just feels like it keeps wanting to pull. So this is where I got pulled over. Do you see it? Let's see if anybody uses their blinker. No one. Because you're going straight. Absolutely just ridiculous, man. Oof. That's not even full throttle, man. All right, here we go. Costco gas, best gas in town. Yeah, man, shiz. Oh, I'm so happy. The car just feels in harmony. It's literally what I wanted. It's just in harmony. And I love that it's OEM software, man. I don't have to rely on any like third-party stuff. It's like, guys, this is literally a tune designed by BMW in the newest generation. So they've had time to study the S58, perfect it, know what it's capable of. You cannot argue with that. It is so perfect. All right, here we go. Speed bumps. All right. All right, let's fill her up. Says you can't get in carbon buckets, baby. All right, here we go. Let's hear it. Oh yeah, dude, I'm loving this CS flash so much. It's actually having me geek a little bit, and it takes a lot to have me geek. That startup is nasty. Guys, it's different. It is so different. It's like, it literally feels like you were doing startup roar or whatever. And it's probably what they derive it from, for MHD and stuff like that. Yeah, man, this car is so much more fun to drive. Oh man, I am really curious about what kind of stats this thing puts down. Effortless, man. It is so effortless. good way to test it is the ignition cut shifts. I need to get down to second gear though. Yeah, guys, what it would do is if you go from second to third gear and you hold RPM, it will do like a little pop, just like a very aggressive sounding ignition cut, like very pronounced. So I'm curious to see if this DME flash changed any of that. Obviously, I'm thinking that has to do more with my original CS transmission flash, so it should be unchanged, but you know, we gotta test it out. We gotta see if anything's actually changed, because that will be a great way if it doesn't do it. All right, so third gear, we're gonna go down to second. Let's see, I'm gonna hold it. Oh, almost seems like it shifts quicker, like I said. Let's see. Let's try here. Hold. No, it still does it. Kinda E36 or whatever. So okay, so ignition cut still seems like, I mean, it's almost like the gearbox seems faster. It sounds crazy. Guys, it sounds crazy, but the gearbox almost seems quicker in a weird way. Like even the downshifts, you know, like that mode, usually it's like a very like there it's just like boom, like it just wants to snap, you know. So we're gonna try it again up here at this other roundabout, and that way we can actually confirm if it's had any influence at all on the transmission, which I don't think it would, but I mean, who knows. I'm gonna go windows fully down for it. You guys can see we're still wearing the blue collar. We're in the work gear right now. All right, here we go. Slow down a little bit. I'm gonna build RPM. All right, let's test. Okay. So it's still doing ignition cut, but the question is it gonna do a little pop, which before it did. But then again, I have to get the timing right. All right, here we go, our second gear.
Rear K-band.
Ready? Okay, it's still ignition cutting. Let's try one last time. So it's ignition cut shifting, which is good, but I really need to know if it's gonna give me that little pop. But it might not be ideal conditions for it. We'll try one last time. All right, last time. So it's still ignition cutting, but it just shifts so quick. Oh my gosh. Dude, this thing is gonna run the quarter mile in 10.6, I'm telling you. There's no way it's not. And guys, that's what's so interesting about this tune, is I have no idea if it's actually faster than the M2CS. And the reason I say that is because the M2CS is so new. It's a completely new CS tune. We have no idea what kind of numbers it's gonna put down. They haven't even done a quarter mile test on the new M2CS. So in this case, there could be a chance it could somewhat be quicker, and we have no idea, which would be insane. So I know that an M2CS, right, a factory M2CS with the same mid pipe as me, exact same setup, valve controller, 4-inch Miltech mid pipe. There's another YouTuber, I think his name is Car Guy or whatever, did a draggy test with it. He was running consistent quarter mile times in 10.7s, like low 10.7s. So we actually have metrics to compare that to, and that's why it's going to be really interesting to see if this tune, which is technically not the same tune that's on that car, is faster. Because here's my theory. The M2CS is a rear wheel drive car only. That's right, guys. There's no all-wheel drive variant. So I'm thinking, imagine if they put more power into it because of it only being a rear wheel drive option, right? So to make up for that, they increased the power, right? Torque and mid-range, top end, to try to compensate for that, to try to still make it a CS model. So in our case, we're applying that exact same tune and power to an all-wheel drive gearbox. See what I'm trying to say? So there's a chance that this could be quicker from the factory than an M3, M4 CS, which is why I'm really excited to see what kind of numbers this thing's gonna spit out, because I haven't seen anybody post it yet. So all you LCI guys that are like, oh, I don't want to do a 530 horsepower upgrade, I got 523. It's like, do you really have 523 though? Do you have any idea what your car's actually putting down to the wheels? Do we have any idea what this new M2CS is really putting down to the wheels, torque-wise? You know, the torque band or the dyno chart. You know, that's what I'm trying to say. Is like, it's like don't cross it off until we know. So. And you're still getting a bump. I mean, 530 versus 523, even if it's wheel horsepower, that's still a big difference. I mean, you're looking at almost, you know, even if it's 7 wheel horsepower, that's like 20. I mean, it's probably what, like 12, or no, like 10, 11, 12 to the crank. I don't know. I mean, these things add up. They definitely add up. So if you're an LCI guy, I definitely recommend you at least get the CS transmission flash, differential, all that stuff. Let me actually try this. Try to hold it and see if it does it one more time. I think the gearbox still has to get hot. I think the car has to get warmed up more for it to really do kind of that pop in the transmission. But what I'm trying to say is, you LCI guys, it's still worth it to get the transmission flash until we really know the numbers on, you know, what this CS tune is really pumping out. I still think it could be worth it if you want to kind of roll the dice and be like, oh, you know, it's worth the money. I trust that it's gonna put out more power than my car currently. But if you really want to be certain, then just wait. Yeah, I mean, there's gonna be tests, people are gonna run stuff, and it definitely can still be beneficial for you LCI guys. But regardless, the actual CS transmission tune is going to be beneficial regardless. That was probably the biggest improvement I've had from doing the differential transmission, steering, damping, flash for this guy. I mean, the shifts just in general shave off so much time. They're so quick. Like, look at how lightning quick this is. You guys ready for this? It just drops gears like nothing. There's literally, look at that. We're flying, dude. There's like no hesitation. Yo, actually, that was really fast. I'm not gonna lie. You see what I'm trying to say, guys? I think if you're on the fence, man, which I usually am on the fence, I'm usually very stingy about stuff like this. I think it's worth it. This has been so fun. So, and like I said too, remember guys, you can still use my code wayyyy. It will save you 5% in checkout if you go through Thick Whips, which, like I said earlier in the video, the reason I went through them is just customer service, quality of flash, making sure it's done right, making sure there's no issues, which is huge for me. I don't want to risk anything just to try to cheap out. So highly recommend them. And obviously it's another YouTuber backing it, so you have that reassurance. reputation on the line, stuff like that. So overall, I am super happy with it, very satisfied, and man, I just want to keep ripping this thing. Look at this. It's like I don't even want to stop. Oh my gosh, dude. I'm like dizzy after that. And even the startup roar, man. Let's see if I can do it. Ready? All right, we'll try one last time to see if we can get it. Yeah, I just don't think it's the right time. Okay, one last time, one last time. Slow build. Dude, it's like the transmission just wants to be so quick. But that's probably a good thing. What a night though. You guys see this? There's just some thunderstorms over here, but it looks like they cleared up a little bit. So the night's just been gorgeous. It's just been such a pretty drive. Might have been some EDC improvements too. Like, it just feels really stable. Way tighter steering wise. God, it's so hard to drive. Guys, I can't drive one-handed, oh man. This car rips now. This thing's lethal for sure. Oh my god, this car is so fun to drive right now. Yeah, the EDC feels stiffened. Oh my God, it feels like it's on rails. Whoa, hold on a sec. I don't know if there's improvements with EDC. I know the flash is supposed to come with that, but it just feels on rails right now. I think it's also might be a confidence booster as well, you know what I mean? All right, we're gonna send it right here just for good old times, just to end the night. All right, let's see. To the floor. Yeah, man, it's fast. It's confirmed. This thing's a nuke, dude. It's so crazy how, like, just a little bit more wheel horsepower, which I don't even know, man. It could be way more than I even suspect. I have no idea, but it feels so quick. But let's just say hypothetically it's 30 wheel horsepower. Gains 503 to 530. That is a substantial amount, guys. Very substantial. And who knows? This tune with a mid-pipe might even be more than that, because obviously the mid-pipe doesn't restrict the car as much. It allows it to breathe better, have better flow, which could even make the tune go more. So I'm so happy. This is a great purchase. Very happy way to end the night. Very satisfied. Big fan. Shout out to BMW for releasing the M2CS. This is all I needed. All I needed to be happy with this car. There you have it. I don't have much more to say other than, I don't know what you're waiting for, man. Sign up for this flash immediately, because this thing is a monster now. Completely transformed. Just the idle, just everything, dude. Just, I'm happy. BMW engineers killed this tune. It fits this car perfect. It is so perfect for this car. So, fellas, man, appreciate your support. Appreciate you watching the video. And I know this is a super long one, but I just wanted to be raw. I wanted to be straight up with you guys about this, because trust me, I would have shot this down immediately if I thought it was a waste of money and if it didn't follow through with what I promised. But so far, it's everything and more. So I'm really, really happy, and I'm super excited to see also what kind of drag gear results we're gonna get. So guys, stay tuned for that. Make sure you guys subscribe. You do not want to miss that video, because 10.7 at least in this thing. I mean, this thing's hauling. I'm telling you, this thing is absolutely hauling. This thing's a bus. This is a four-door German bus. Isleman green bus. So, much love once again, guys. And as always, have a good morning, breakfast, lunch, dinner. And I will see you in the next one. Peace.